In episode 156, we witnessed Luo Feng using his powerful spiritual energy to ultimately defeat Bolin and successfully become a member of the primordial void space. This marks the beginning of a new chapter in the Swallowed Star anime. So, what exciting highlights can we look forward to in this new season? Let me give you a brief introduction. First, we will welcome the return of Hong, who will once again showcase his incredible talent on screen. Luo Feng will also return to Earth and acquire a mysterious secret tome. This tome will allow Luo Feng to disregard the laws of the universe, reshape his genes, and take his life genes to perfection. In this season, the power of the immortal level Zerg Hive will also make a stunning appearance, and we hope the production team will perfectly present the Zerg army's world-destroying attacks, delivering a strong visual impact to the audience. In addition, Luo Feng will travel to a subsidiary group of the human race. There, we will not only see other starry sky beasts besides the golden horned beast, but we will also witness Luo Feng acquiring a brand new inheritance, making him the most powerful domain master in the Virtual Universe Company, overwhelming all others. As Luo Feng's position within the Virtual Universe Company continues to rise, he will finally find a way to deal with the ticking time bomb on Earth, the Zerg Hive. To form a million-strong Zerg army, Luo Feng will head to the interstellar junkyard to purchase Zerg wreckages. During this process, he will encounter another assassination attempt. This time, the assassins include not only a world master but also an immortal army lord. However, with the strength of the golden horned beast, Luo Feng can even contend with an immortal army lord while still at the world master level. Eventually, the assassins will be forced to choose self-destruction in a desperate attempt to kill Luo Feng. This perilous adventure becomes yet another important turning point in Luo Feng's growth and strength. In addition, Luo Feng's new armor, which many viewers have been eagerly awaiting, will make its official debut in this season. The new battlesuit is not only more dazzling in design but also enhances Luo Feng's overall presence, elevating it to a whole new level. Are you also excited about Luo Feng's new look? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Back to the plot. As mentioned in the previous spoiler, after standing out in the qualification battle and becoming a member of the primordial void space, Luo Feng not only gains the opportunity to be guided by an immortal level mentor for long-term training, but he can also take on more dangerous and higher-level training tasks. It is worth noting that these training tasks are limited to universe-level members, which is why many universe-level members are not in a rush to break through but choose to stay at the universe level for thousands of years. Luo Feng shares the same plan, knowing that executing these training tasks not only earns a lot of points but also provides opportunities for more discoveries. Just like his experience on Demon Mountain, it was such tasks that led to a qualitative leap in his strength. Therefore, during training tasks, even after completing the mission objectives, he does not hurry to leave. Instead, he insists on staying at the mission site to continue exploring, hoping to uncover more opportunities. This persistent attitude toward exploration has also led to his Mashaclan clone's multiple deaths. However, luckily, as an energy lifeform, Luo Feng only needs to supply a small amount of energy through the original core to revive it. This consumption is negligible for him, allowing him to continue his adventurous explorations without hindrance. However, the news brought by Lei Shen completely interrupted Luo Feng's plan. Before this, did you notice Ji Qing's particular concern about Hong's movements? In fact, they had already developed feelings for each other. Over the past decade, Hong had been cultivating with his master, the Time World Master Luo, on an administrative planet in the Qianwu Universe country. Coincidentally, Ji Qing was also on that planet. Through long-term contact, the two gradually developed feelings for each other. However, Ji Qing not only possesses extraordinary talent, but her family's influence is also vast, and Hong holds a low position in the Ji Qing family's eyes, making him unworthy of her. As a result, the Ji Qing family forcibly intervened and stopped their relationship from progressing. Had it not been for Hong and Lei Shen inadvertently revealing this secret during a drinking session, Lei Shen might never have known about it. Despite this, Hong did not plan to seek help from Luo Feng. After all, personal emotions are often considered trivial matters on the long path of cultivation. Hong clearly did not want to burden Luo Feng with these private matters and thus chose to bury his feelings deep inside, bearing the weight alone. Given Luo Feng's identity and status as a member of the primordial void space in the Virtual Universe Company, many troublesome interpersonal problems are no challenge for him. With a word or two, he can resolve them. As Hong's brother, since he learned from Lei Shen that Hong was facing difficulties, Luo Feng naturally felt obligated to help and decided to relieve his elder brother's troubles. After careful consideration, Luo Feng made an important decision: to break through to the domain master level. After all, Domain masters from the virtual universe company are usually sent to their respective universe countries to serve as envoys, high-ranking officials, or ministers. As a member of the primordial void space, if Luo Feng were appointed as a supervisory envoy in the Qianwu universe country, his status would be equivalent to that of an immortal at the marquis level, with substantial authority and influence. This would naturally attract attention and enable him to help Hong resolve the Ji Qing family's interference. With this decision, Luo Feng's human clone successfully broke through to the domain master level and formed his own life core. However, for Luo Feng, the importance of this life core was minimal. The real key remained the original core that supported his inner world. Just as when he broke through to the universe level, Luo Feng gained the opportunity to directly enhance his body to the 9th level of domain master. This breakthrough not only raised Luo Feng's strength to a new level but also paved the way for his subsequent actions in the Qianwu universe country. When the news of Luo Feng's breakthrough to domain master spread, many core members were shocked. Figures like Rongjun, Wuke, and others began to discuss it extensively, with some even suggesting that Luo Feng's decision was too hasty and lacked careful consideration. After all, Luo Feng had only cultivated for about 200 years under the training of the Virtual Universe Company, and during the challenges on the Heavenly Bridge, he only passed the 7th level. In comparison to domain masters who had cultivated for tens of thousands of years, the gap was evident. Among the domain masters in the primordial void space, Luo Feng was undoubtedly the weakest. Even the weakest of them had passed the 10th level of the Heavenly Bridge. Most of these domain master level members had stayed at the domain master level for tens of thousands of years, accumulating profound insights into the laws before achieving their current level of strength. In their eyes, Luo Feng, who aimed to reach similar heights in just a few hundred years, especially before the domain master qualification battle, was almost impossible. Although they did not agree with Luo Feng's decision, they admired his courage. After all, Luo Feng had done something many others dared not do, or he was willing to challenge the norm. However, in contrast to everyone else, King Immortal Jinyan had an entirely different view. In his opinion, Luo Feng had almost no opponents at the universe level. In such a state, his cultivation lacked the necessary pressure, and without pressure, it was easy to become complacent. The essence of cultivation is not about comparing one's strength to that of the weak, but rather pushing oneself to break through limits and tap into potential through competition and pressure from stronger opponents. This is why, when Jinyan learned that Luo Feng was preparing to break through to the domain master level, he not only did not oppose it but supported it. To Jinyan, the benefits and points gained from cultivation tasks were considerable, but when compared to wasting thousands of years staying at the universe level, they were not worth it. More importantly, cultivation should be about moving forward with determination, with the real goal being to constantly climb to higher realms. The World Master level, in his view, was the best stage for cultivators to approach the peak of their strength. For Luo Feng, breaking through to Domain Master was not an act of recklessness but a proactive choice, a necessary step in facing future challenges. After breaking through to the Domain Master level, Luo Feng, with Dylan's help, significantly shortened his long interstellar journey by using the God Kingdom teleportation. In less than half a month, Luo Feng and his escort arrived at their destination planet. It is worth mentioning that the energy consumption of the God Kingdom teleportation is closely related to the distance. Even so, the energy consumption of a single teleportation is still quite staggering, and the cost might even exceed the price of a Yenshin armament. Because of this, many immortals prefer to take spaceships, enduring long interstellar journeys, rather than expending large amounts of energy for God Kingdom teleportation. Although Luo Feng was Dylan's uncle, he did not want to take advantage of him. Upon arriving at the destination planet, Luo Feng immediately inherited and received the last legacy from his teacher, Hu Yanba, and transferred the equivalent cost of the energy expended on the God Kingdom teleportation to Dylan. After inheriting over 3 million Chaos Origin units of legacy left by Hu Yanba, Luo Feng finally had enough resources to evolve the Mo Yun Vine and repair and upgrade the Yun Mo spaceship. In terms of technology, the Virtual Universe Company is unparalleled across the entire universe, especially in the secretive inscription techniques applied to their spaceships. These techniques allow the Yun Mo spaceship to directly slice through planets during high-speed travel, and even World Master level experts would struggle to avoid their demise in front of it. Soon after, it was time for Luo Feng to meet with Hong as they had agreed, to discuss in detail the matter concerning Ji Qing. In fact, the Ji family held an extremely high status in the Qianwu universe country, as the family's ancestor, Marquis Yin Shui, was an immortal at the marquis level and an old minister to the ruler of the Qianwu universe country. When the Ji family learned about Hong's relationship with Ji Qing, they were furious and went directly to confront Hong. Had it not been for Hong following his master, the World Master Luo, and temporarily staying at the residence of an immortal friend, the Ji family members might have already taken action to eliminate Hong. In the vast universe, polygamy, whether one man with multiple wives or one woman with multiple husbands, is quite common. The elders of Ji Qing's family, such as Yin Shui, would not intentionally interfere with the romantic issues of their descendants. However, what truly prevents Ji Qing from falling in love is her master illusion spirit king. Luo Feng, as a high-ranking official, still has a significant gap in status and authority compared to a king-level immortal. It's like how King Longyu and Jinyan hold far greater positions in the virtual universe company compared to Luo Feng. Although Luo Feng can be treated as a semi-marquee level immortal, his power and authority still fall short compared to a true king-level immortal. The term semi-marquee level immortal refers to someone who, upon breaking through to immortal status, would directly gain marquee level strength. This is not rare among members of the primordial void space. However, the semi-marquee level immortal is merely potential. If one falls during their growth, that potential is lost. Some may wonder why, since Luo Feng's position is not high enough to intervene directly, he doesn't just ask Xinyan to step in. In fact, this wouldn't work. Firstly, Hong has no direct connection with Xinyan, and asking him to use personal influence to solve a romantic issue would be inappropriate. Secondly, even if Xinyan pressured Illusion Spirit King to allow Hong and Ji Qing to be together, it would still be ineffective. After all, every master has their own principles when accepting disciples, and outsiders have no right to intervene. A disciple forced into a relationship with their masters would not receive their full guidance. Therefore, when it comes to balancing cultivation and emotions, the final decision must lie with Ji Qing herself. However, Ji Qing's father would never allow her to pursue love. The reason is simple: as a universe-level existence, he is not prominent in the large Ji family, and his talent is not outstanding, which has prevented him from gaining the family's attention. However, Ji Qing, with her astonishing talent compared to her peers, not only became a core member of the Universe Mercenary Alliance, but she was also accepted as a disciple under the King Immortal, greatly improving her father's status in the family. To maintain his own interests, he certainly could not allow anyone to interfere with Ji Qing's cultivation path. Upon learning that Hong was going alone to a restaurant, the agreed-upon meeting place with Luo Feng, he immediately led a domain master-level bodyguard to head there. Clearly, his intention was to dissuade Hong and sever the emotional connection Ji Qing had developed toward him, thereby solidifying his own position within the Ji family. After waiting for about half a year, Luo Feng finally received the appointment letter, officially assuming the position of supervisory envoy. Unlike the tasks at the universe level, the virtual universe company's requirements for domain masters are not about taking cultivation missions to earn points, but rather about completing work assignments assigned by the company. Supervisory envoy is one of these tasks. Meanwhile, the three ministers of the Qianwu universe country also received the related notice. Unlike Luo Feng's excitement, their reaction was one of anger and anxiety. Having lived comfortably in high positions for so long, they were now deeply entangled in the mire of power, with corruption and bribery rampant. Luo Feng's job was to oversee them and ensure they did not engage in actions against the company's interests. This made the three extremely uneasy, as if Luo Feng exposed their crimes, regardless of whether they were punished or not, their positions would be at risk, which would directly affect their personal benefits. For them, this was absolutely unacceptable. Fortunately, they knew that Luo Feng had a master who was extremely protective of him, Jinyan. Faced with Jinyan's deterrence, they naturally dared not take any extreme actions against Luo Feng, such as secretly sending people to kill him. Once Xinyan found out, they would certainly meet a tragic end. Jinyan's strength was enough to easily eliminate them. As a result, they could only cautiously try to please Luo Feng, even insisting on holding a welcoming banquet for him. From their behavior, Luo Feng had already seen through their intentions. In fact, if they hadn't committed excessively illegal actions, Luo Feng had no intention of actively nitpicking their faults. The banquet was held as scheduled. Although Luo Feng explicitly requested the scale of the banquet to be kept small, every guest attending was a person of great influence in the Qianwu universe country, including Yin Shui. Luo Feng took this opportunity to invite Hong to the banquet and inform Yin Shui about his relationship with Hong. As for how Yin Shui would react, and why Illusion Spirit King opposed Hong and Ji Qing's relationship, stay tuned for the next spoiler, where I will answer all these questions for you. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you a wonderful day.